Welcome to the SLP Clinical Practicum Hours template. Here you can record your semester hours, whether they are for observation or direct contact with clients. There is an instructional panel. Step 1 is to update the calendar timeline, which is shown here in column B. And you do that by setting your first attend date. So that's the first date that you provided services for a client. It doesn't matter what day of the week you select. You could select a Thursday. The dating sequence here updates, and it's going to start with the Monday of the week that you selected. So we selected February 11, and the Monday is February 8th, and you can see February 8th is on the table, just to keep it consistent. Once you set the date, move on to step 2. So if you want to relabel these, you can go ahead and do so right here. And then in step 3, make sure you have selected whether that semester represents observation hours or clock hours. In step 4, based on what you've labeled these here, you'll have to make sure that these match. So if you've changed it, you'll see an error message here that that's invalid, but basically you have to just change it so that it matches. Step 5, enter your hours onto the table in these columns. These columns here will automatically total. Step 6 is to print or view the sheet for only those hours that you've provided, because as you can see, there's a lot of missing rows here. So in order to exclude those, select this drop down and then scroll until you find blanks, uncheck blanks, hit OK, and then your table is going to reset and show you only those days that you have services on. If you want to print, click this cell here and just drag down to the bottom row. Go into the print menu, and then change your settings to selected cells. Then you can print this out, get your clinical supervisor to sign it. Here you'll see the summary of hours for treatment and diagnostic, separated by the service delivery area that's allocated here. To reset the form, you can just go back into this Splicer and then do select all and hit OK, and then the sheet will reset. There are 365 days that are listed on this calendar. You won't use them all, but that's why the Splicer is here, so that you can take out any of the blank rows so that you're not printing 365 plus rows. Okay, so let's select all. This here is called a Splicer, and it works similar to the way a filter works, but it's off to the side so that you can just filter the table based on this criteria. This first sheet is your main template. It's instructional, and it has all of the links here that show you where entries go and where changes can be made. But when you're ready to start using it, click onto this duplicate because it's been formatted for black and white printing. When you're ready to use it though, duplicate this version here, this tab here, rename it maybe to the name of your semester, and then keep all of your timesheets in this one file. Each new semester or each new clinic that you have, you can reset this date here to the first service date and then update your calendar. It's going to also highlight the current date. So today is Saturday, September 18th when I'm recording this, and it's highlighting today's date. So when I open this tomorrow or Monday on 9/20, it's going to highlight that date. This way you can just go straight to that date and enter any hours that you have, making it a little bit easier to find the current date. Here, if we change this to the 4th, you'll see that that updates, and now my current date is down here. So that's how that works. The sheet will also highlight on weekends, so that's why these are highlighted yellow. If you want to change the color format of the table, make sure you're clicked onto the first date, click Format, and then choose Alternating Colors. You'll get this Alternating Colors panel, and you can choose a color pattern that you like. Similarly, if you want to change the highlighting pattern for the weekends, click on the first date. Again, choose Format, and then choose Conditional Formatting. If you want to change the highlighting pattern for the weekends, you can click the corresponding color here, which is the pale yellow, and choose a color pattern that you like. You do also have the option to change the color for the current date. You can also change the font color by choosing it here. And to duplicate this sheet, just click on this down pointing triangle and do duplicate. And rename it. You can use this tab here to duplicate your sheet each semester and keep all of your semesters in this one file. I'm going to delete this sheet for now. And that's it. That's everything there is for this clinical practicum hours template. It's going to sort everything that you enter into the table based on the area of language and whether it's treatment or diagnostic. As long as you start with your beginning service date, choose observation or clock, set your descriptions, and then make sure that they're matching here. This row will automatically update based on what you've entered in these areas up here. And so this is a way for you to capture your hours and sort them based on the service delivery area for the domain areas, treatment and diagnostics. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching.